coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Derrick Henry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Derrick Henry
on a second and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And the Titans first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. He's taking care of that early.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And long.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long. Now Tabu. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Tabu will look to pass. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He steps out of bounds.
But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
36-yard line.
Going deep for Diggs. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 5.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Henry. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Jordan Poyer.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tennessee.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 right at the 20. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. This from 36 yards out. McCann's kick up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
And 1.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the Titans.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anthony Frisker, the intended target.
And it's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Tamu. And right side, Henry's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Singletary to get the drive started. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A final shot before half for Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
55, mark, 55. 56.
Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And got his man, complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 91 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. That's right, baby.
From the 41, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Bills 14, Titans 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there on the catch and run, 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown.
To Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Titans 17, Bills 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Allen's pass.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And again, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. Allen finding Brown for a Bills first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Allen to throw once more. His throw incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it'll be 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He's in a groove right now. 2 sacks last week. Also got AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that effort. Another sack right there.
He just innately understands how to get to the quarterback. He's going to be blocked differently each and every time. He knows how to counter and how to adjust and how to get home, as they like to say.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 98 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Bills 21. Titans.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st down, it's McKenzie. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, All you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A pickup of 2.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout.
Loss of 2 yards.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we go for circle round twice for the encore. You know, you know.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Tamu. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
An 8-yard.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 48-yard line.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And it's third.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Down, Bills.
Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ta'amu. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Allen. He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Buffalo, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.